Spotties. I had this theory that I had a rainbow lorikeet jumped out of the nest, less than 2 weeks of age, no feathers, just skin. But at night I'd go out because I hear him murmuring, and he would be repeating the wild birds' calls. Their happy calls and their angry calls and their introspective calls. He would be doing them in an order of, angry and happy and introspective. And he'd just replay them like a tape recorder. Now, the thing is, he jumped out when he was less than 2 weeks. And as time went on, he'd be doing this. And he's never, other than even after he jumped out of the nest, he couldn't possibly be hearing the other birds. But somehow he knows their calls because he's inside the house, like deep inside the house, and it's a big house. So, and how he puts them in order of happy, angry. So how he does that at 2 weeks and then beyond, I don't know. When he's sleeping, he does that. He's definitely... I had film of him doing it because I wonder what's going on. I go out there and bang, he's doing that. And he's asleep as he's doing it. And then, furthermore, under all that, I have this idea that we mimic the birds. Because first, when we stood up in Africa, the birds are given the danger call. Maybe it's like that. So we stand up, we see a lion, what do we know? We only know that too. So we go, wow, it's possible. And then our lips, they're not mimicking human female vulva or whatever those people say. That we got lips to whistle like this. Because you take your lips away, it's harder to whistle. It is. And so we're mimicking the birds. And because we're mimicking the birds, we're learning a language. And what do birds have? A dense neuron cortex. So our cortex is now becoming dense too. And what do birds have? They have Salmonella bacteria living in their body, don't they? We're all worried about, catching Salmonella from birds. We're very clean when we cut it. Those sports fans, because we've developed this language, our neurons are going dense, right? Yeah? And now we need a bacteria, and ours may just be Boreillia. And we may just get that from ticks. Because, I got to say, when I've got Lyme disease, I know for a fact, I know that Boreillia bacteria is in my body, right? And I know this boy bird, at night he'd get the blankets with his little feet and roll over on his back and sleep there like a human. And look at us, we sleep on our back. And then that cortex is down the back of our head, and is now that bacteria falling with gravity down in that cortex and somehow resupplying our brains quicker or better, or some chemical reaction there. And then when we stand up with Lyme disease, we nearly pass out because we've not got that good juice sitting there keeping us all flowing nicely. It's like short-circuiting the cortex. So we nearly pass out. Now, are we just like birds? We need these Borrelia virus. And somehow that other one, that fungus, could be involved. And they're both working symbiotically, and we kind of all need it.
From
this is what
one bearing to another.
Okay, sports fans, I love you. That's my theory.
Birdies.
To the world.
Bon appetit, my friendly bird brain.